Stay focused on your future. You see, one thing that I see nowadays is that I see many people to where they're going places in life. Many of you guys are watching this, you're going places in life. You're probably going down a path that could lead you to success. You're going down a path that could lead your family to becoming rich. Many of you guys are going down paths to where you're gonna take your family, you're gonna go to the next level. You see, I've seen there's many people to where they're on the verge of victory. They're on the verge of success. I've seen news stories of people to where they were on the verge of making it to the NBA. They were on the verge of making it to the NFL. They were on the verge of becoming a millionaire and doing great things with their lives. But you see, the thing is, I've seen many news stories of those same people to where they ended up in prison. They ended up hanging out there with the wrong crowd. And next thing you know, their dreams and goals are gone. They messed it up. Then if they end up getting into legal issues, they end up getting arrested, going to prison back to back to back. I've even seen people to where they end up getting killed. And you see nowadays, you gotta stay focused on where God's taking you. You cannot be around the same people from the past. You cannot be going to the same environments. Because many people do not want to see you succeed. You see, when you're on the road to becoming successful, when you're on the verge of making it to your destination, making it to your land of milk and honey, if we don't use biblical terms, the enemy will send people your way to try and take you off that road, especially if you're a follower of God. You see, people nowadays do not want to see you succeed. Many people nowadays have a crab in a bucket mentality. If they're at the bottom, they want you to be at the bottom. If they're not successful, they don't want you to be successful. That's why you cannot be around doing the same stuff they used to do in the past. If you know that many people know your name, they know that you're going places in life. They know that you're going to be successful. You cannot just be hanging around with everybody. You can't be going to the same environments. If you're a man, if you're a woman, if you used to go to a bar, you gotta stop going there. If you used to go to a club, you gotta stop going there. Because many of those people who go to those places, many of them are not going places in life. And if they see you, they're going to be upset because if they know you're going places, they might try to start stuff with you on purpose. If you're a person, you enjoy going out to the hood and hanging out with your boys from the hood. If you're a man, you can't keep going around those guys because they can't be trusted off them. You might be thinking, oh, they're happy for me. I'm about to be successful. I'm about to become successful in life. I'm about to share my money with some of these guys who support me. No. Some of those guys, they don't want you. They don't want you to become successful. They want you to stay in the ghetto. They want you to stay in Section 8. They don't want you to make it out. You see, some of those same guys who you're hanging with, they ready to take you out. They ready to rob you. You know, you could go to a place and people know your name and they'll try to start stuff with you on purpose. You'll be just walking by. You just be minding your own business. You probably at a restaurant in the hood. You probably at a basketball game, outside basketball game in the hood, and you just thinking, oh, even though it's dangerous, I'm not bothering nobody. I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm just gonna be cooling. I ain't into it nobody. You know, people are trying to start stuff with you on purpose. You'll be walking by, a person will bump into you on purpose without saying excuse me. You'll be walking by, if you're a woman. Some girls, you go into a bathroom just to use it real quick. You know, some girls, they'll buck you on purpose. They'll actually bump into you on purpose. Well, they're doing it, yeah, they'll bump into you on purpose, not even accidentally. Just so they can start something with you. Some of them may even try to spill drinks on you when you're walking by in a restaurant. When you're passing by them. They might try to step in your shoes on purpose because you know why? They try to start stuff. They try to start beef. They try to start drama. They try to get you in trouble. Because now if you try to fight back, if you say, hey, watch where you going? Now guess what? They might try to get people to jump you. They might try to get somebody to shoot you. They might shoot you. You might end up fighting them back and then next thing you know, the police come and they arrest all of you. Now next thing you know, you're in jail. Next thing you know, you're going to prison. All those dreams and goals that you were heading towards destroyed. On the hold. All because of one moment. You see, people don't understand. One moment can really mess your life up. A lot of people don't understand that. You see, 1 second can really mess your life up if you're not careful. That's why it's always important to make smart decisions. You hanging with the wrong crowd. You hang with them for one moment can mess your life up. You could be hanging with the wrong crowd. Police show up. They arrest all of you guys because the crowd you're hanging with, they're probably doing drugs. They probably gang members who are out shooting people, robbing people. And next to you hang out with those same people. When the police come, they're not going to distinguish between all of you guys. They're not going to say, oh, he's not like them, she's not like them. No, they're going to arrest all of you guys. When you're going places in life, you got to be very careful to the decisions that you make. You can't be going to the same places that you used to go towards. Of course, bars and stuff like that, that's sin. You should not be going to those places, especially as a follower of God, because demons dwell in those places. And since demons dwell in those places, majority of people go to those environments. Well, almost everybody who go to his environments, they're demon possessed. So if you're a follower of God, especially, and you go into his environments, and you're on the verge of success, you already know the demons inside people are not gonna like that. They gonna be hateful towards you. They're gonna be jealous of you. What do you expect? You really expect a demon possessed person to be happy for a person, especially a person who's a follower of God who's going places? Majority of them not gonna be happy. You can't be going around the same people. You can't be hanging with the same crowd. It's like we see so many of these news stories nowadays. It's like you think it'll be common sense to many people, but many people still don't get it. They still keep going around the same friends. They still keep going around the same place they used to hang around. You see so many of these famous people, these rappers, they get killed in their own hometown. Their own friends end up killing them. Rival gangs end up killing them. You know why? Because they never left the hood. They never left behind. Never left that old environment behind. You see all these movies that come on TV nowadays. I believe one movie was what? I think it was either Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society, where the guy, he was getting ready to leave for Atlanta, and he ended up getting into a fight right before he left, and the guy came and shot him multiple times. Yeah, I believe it was Menace to Society. Yeah, I just remembered it. So, if you know you're about to leave, why even get into it? You know you're about to make it out the hood. You know you're about to go to a new city for a better life. Why get into it with people? Well, if you guys need to learn how to stay in your house, man. You see, me, I enjoy being a homebody. Because being a homebody, I don't really leave my house. At least I already got to, unless I'm going to, like, school. If I gotta go to a grocery store. If I gotta go pick up some items from, like, a store or something. Or if I gotta go work. That's really, like, the only time I leave to go. I only really leave my house. So if I'm going to church, that's, like, the only real time I gotta really leave my house. But other than that, I stay put. And you see, my lifestyle might be boring to many people. But you know what the great part is? I ain't get into no trouble. You see, I made it this far in life in my mid-20s to where I still got a clean record. I never been arrested one time. Never. I don't even believe I even had a police officer stop me one time. So, you gotta understand that being a homebody might seem boring to you, but it helps keep you out of trouble. You see, when you're a homebody, you get to spend time with God and you get to stay out of trouble. I don't understand you guys, like, and you women who, like, you guys who are successful, and you keep going back to your same environments, and you know that many people are jealous of you. It's like, why can't you guys just sit at home, and then when you make it, get out that hood, get out that ghetto, get out that environment, get away from those old friends. I don't understand you guys. You guys be doing the same thing over and over. You see so many of these news stories of people being set up, people being going at the same environments, getting into trouble, and you guys see those news stories like I do, because many of you guys, especially young people, you got social media. And yet you guys go and replicate those same mistakes that those people did. You guys don't learn. You gotta be learning. When you see one person mess up, you don't go along with them. When you see one person make a mistake, you don't want to go and make that same mistake. If you see one person walk off a cliff, you're not gonna want to walk off that cliff. So you gotta be smart. You see, stay home. You guys need to, like, learn to be, like, you could stay home and watch a movie. You could stay home. You could stay home and have, like, a family gathering of family members who you trust, like a few people, and just have, like, a nice cookout where people just eat, sit down, and, you guys just talk. But you guys be going to these parties and these clubs partying with hundreds of people who are strangers, and many of you guys know some of those people know who you are, and yet some of them are jealous of you, and you still go in that environment. I don't understand you guys. It's like many people don't learn. You gotta learn. You see so many of these news stories, you gotta learn from them. The news is not just to see, oh, it's the news, oh, it's the 9 o'clock news, let me see what's happening. No, some of these stories you can learn from. Some of these stories you can gain wisdom on. If you see one person in news made a mistake and they're behind bars or they got hurt or so, you don't want to go and make that same mistake. You gotta be smart, you gotta be wise. You gotta be smart, because nowadays, the enemy, he's going around to rob, kill, and steal, and destroy. You see, Satan, he is looking to catch the next person. And many of you make it easier for him to come catch you. Because number one, many of you guys are not in God's presence. That's number one. And when you're not in God's presence, the enemy has easier time getting to you. Because there's not even no protection around you. Number two, you guys go to these cursed environments where there's nothing but demonic people. You go to these clubs, these bars, these lounges where people are drinking, fornicating, one-night stands. You guys are going around friends who you know are jealous of you. You guys make it easy for the enemy to come after you. You make his job much easier. You see, Satan, he hates a wise man. He hates a wise woman. You gotta be wise in this life, man. You gotta know where to pick your friends. You gotta know where to go around. You gotta know which environments to hang around. You see, there's an old saying, birds of a feather don't flock together. either. You don't see Bill Gates hanging out with gang members in a corner. You just don't. You don't see Rihanna hanging out with girls, and you don't see Rihanna hanging out with street girls in the streets. You just don't see it. Because when you get to a certain level of success, you gotta know who to be around. You gotta know that if you mess up, it's gonna hurt you harder than those other people. Because if you mess up, you're gonna be losing everything. Many of those people you hang around, many of them have not accomplished nothing. Many of them are on the corner, they drug dealing, they weed smoking, and they're not looking to go nowhere in life. So when they fall, it ain't nothing really to them because they weren't really looking to go nowhere in life. But see, you were looking to go places. You were going places. But instead of you going places and going after the destiny that God got for you, going after your promised land, you end up destroying it. And next thing you know, instead of your friends who's just falling off of a curb, you falling off of a mountain. You experience a harder downfall because you were going places. So you gotta understand that you can't be doing the same thing that you used to do. You gotta be going forward. You gotta be hanging out with new people. You gotta be going to new environments. You can't keep going to those old environments. You gotta be smart, man. It pains me, man. It sometimes don't make sense to me when I see millionaire rappers who got millions, rappers who are blowing up, and they get killed in their own hometown. You know why? Because they refuse to leave the hood. They refuse to leave behind those old friends who are jealous of them. They refuse to stop going to a club, to stop going to bars. And look, they end up getting robbed, or some of them even end up losing their life because they weren't being smart. You gotta be smart. You gotta use your head. You gotta be going forward. Don't be going backwards, man. You gotta go forward in life. If you're a man watching this, you gotta go forward. You can't be dealing with those same type of street girls you used to deal with. You gotta be going forward, man. You gotta be going towards where God taking you. You gotta be dealing with new sets of people. You gotta have new friends in your corner. If you're a woman who's watching this, you gotta stay away from those old men you used to deal with on those past. Some of you women used to deal with drug dealers, you used to deal with gang members, you used to deal with guys who are players. You gotta stay away from those guys. You gotta look at the promise and you gotta look at where God's taking you. Cause all you women, you're destined for success. God got success for you. But you gotta be watchful of who's in your circle. Some of those same homegirls you hang with, many of them are jealous of you. They don't want to see you succeed. So if they don't want to see you succeed, why do you want to hang around them? You gotta be smart, man. You gotta be a smart woman. You gotta be a smart man watching this. You see, the enemy, he can't stand a wise person, because a wise person make decisions. They make smart decisions. You gotta be making smart decisions, because one bad decision can cost you everything. So nevertheless, guys, always remember where you're going in life. Pay attention to the road where God got for you. Pay attention to the plan where God got for you. Remember the blessings that God's about to bestow in your life. And stay away from these hateful people and these evil environments that has nothing but demons inside of it. Stay smart, guys, and stay prayed up. Have a blessed day.